My niece laughed and said it like a joke. Mom says if you disappeared tomorrow, no one would even notice. The room went silent. They thought I was invisible. What I did next made them regret every word. If you've ever been underestimated, ignored, or disrespected by your own family, this story will hit close to home. Like the video, subscribe, and stay until the end, because this revenge is quiet, calculated, and deeply satisfying. My name is Olivia Brooks, and this is the story of how one careless sentence exposed years of disrespect, and how I finally stopped being invisible. It was a Sunday afternoon. The kind of day that's supposed to feel safe, familiar, comforting. Family gathered in my sister's living room. The curtains were half open, letting in dull sunlight. A TV murmured in the background. Coffee cups cluttered the table. Everyone was there. My sister, her husband, their kids, and me. I sat on the edge of the couch, hands folded, smiling politely. The same smile I'd worn for years. The kind that says, I'm fine, even when you're not. No one asked how I was doing. They never did. I was the younger sister. The unmarried one. No kids. No impressive job title. I was the one people talked around, not to. My niece, Lily, was 13. Old enough to understand cruelty. Young enough to think it was funny. She was scrolling on her phone, laughing at something on the screen. Then she looked up at me, eyes sparkling with mischief. She giggled. And then she said it. Mom says if you disappeared tomorrow, no one would even notice. She laughed after saying it. Like it was a harmless joke. My chest tightened instantly. It felt like all the air had been sucked out of the room. For a moment, I genuinely thought I had imagined it. I looked at my sister. Waiting. Hoping. She didn't correct her. Didn't scold her. Didn't even look uncomfortable. She just took another sip of coffee. That was the moment I realized something painful. This wasn't just a child being rude. This was something she had heard. Something that had been said before. About me. I forced a smile. My lips trembled slightly, but I kept it together. Inside, my thoughts were screaming. So this is how they see me. Disposable. Forgettable. I excused myself and went to the bathroom. The moment I closed the door, my reflection stared back at me. My eyes were glossy. My face looked tired. Smaller somehow. I gripped the sink, breathing slowly. I didn't cry. Not because I wasn't hurt, but because something else had taken its place. Resolve. That comment didn't come out of nowhere. For years, I had been the unpaid helper. The one who babysat last minute. The one who lent money and never got it back. The one who showed up early and stayed late. I remembered birthdays I planned. Emergencies I handled. Problems I solved. Yet somehow, I was still the extra. The one they joked about. The one they dismissed. And suddenly, it all made sense. They didn't value me, because I let them believe I had no value. That night, lying in bed, Lily's words replayed over and over. No one would notice. I stared at the ceiling, heart pounding. Then I asked myself a question that changed everything. What if I stopped showing up? Not dramatically. Not angrily. Just, quietly. The next week, I stopped answering calls immediately. When my sister asked me to babysit, I said I was busy. When she asked for help with errands, I said no. Each no felt strange at first. Then empowering. I started focusing on myself. I picked up extra work. Saved money. Made plans. Something they didn't know about me, something they never bothered to ask, was that I handled the family finances. My sister and her husband weren't great with money. I was. For years, I had quietly managed bills, negotiated payments, and kept things from falling apart. They trusted me with access, passwords, accounts, because they assumed I'd always be there. 3 months later, my sister called me in a panic. She sounded desperate. "Olivia, something's wrong. The bills are overdue. The bank says there's an issue." I stayed calm. "I'm sorry," I said softly. "I stepped back from managing that stuff. I thought you had it handled." Silence. Then anger. "You can't just disappear like that," she snapped. Disappear? The irony almost made me smile. Over the next few weeks, everything unraveled. Late fees piled up. Utilities were threatened. Stress filled their house. And for the first time, they noticed my absence. The breaking point came at a family gathering. Everyone was tense. Arguments whispered behind closed doors. Lily sat quietly this time. No giggles. No jokes. My sister finally pulled me aside. Her voice was shaky. "I didn't realize how much you did," she admitted. "We need you." I looked at her. Really looked. And I said calmly, "You told your daughter no one would notice if I disappeared." Her face went pale. "I never meant." "I know," I interrupted. "But you said it." And she believed it. The room felt heavy. For the first time in my life, I didn't back down. I won't be invisible anymore. They struggled without me. Not because I wanted revenge, but because I finally stopped saving them. They apologized. Awkwardly. Uncomfortably. Lily wouldn't look me in the eyes. Weeks later, she approached me quietly. "I'm sorry," she said. "I didn't mean it." I nodded. "I know," I replied. "But words matter." The satisfaction wasn't loud. It was calm. Steady. Deep. They noticed. Sometimes revenge isn't about hurting someone back. It's about taking your power away from people who never appreciated it. The moment you stop being invisible, everything changes. If this story made you feel something, hit like and subscribe for more powerful revenge stories. And tell me in the comments, have you ever been underestimated by someone who later regretted it?